Hey, it's Kimrick back here pandering. You can just click, if you've seen any other videos, just click any of these little links here. I got a shop, I got my main website, sketch blog thing, got DeviantArt, Twitter. Twitter tends to be what you want to follow if you're going to follow me, because I post almost all information to Twitter as a primary. Instagram's not bad. I have a Facebook fan page now, which is pretty cool. But yeah, check it out. If not, you can always just hang out, watch the video. That'd be great. Drop a subscribe. Got my top-down camera. I had time today. Oh, it was awesome. I actually got to ink. Just fully recorded ink. Didn't have to focus on digital. Just got to bust out my pens. Got to bust out all my pencils, erasers. I got to bust out this new whiteout pen. You're going to see me mess around with the light here a lot, since I'm still not 100% liking sort of how my camera's set up. You're going to notice it's a little bit pulled away. I'm going to zoom in eventually, so hopefully you guys will get to see some of that cool little stuff there. So I'm continuing here with my fantasy lore book idea. I'm just going to do a full-blown ink of Omn, sort of not like detailed or defined. I wanted it to be amorphic, almost conceptual, so I could try to see. See, I'm zooming in. I just wanted to try some things in terms of like texturing, in terms of like what my new tools can do. I used the whiteout pen for the first time ever. I've never had opaque whiteout as like a thing to use during inking. I do like it. It is a little on the big side. I do kind of want to get a thin pen, but we'll see how this goes. I'd also eventually like to get a brush and maybe some white opaque paint, or not paint, rather, like a gouache or an ink. That could be pretty cool. But yeah, learning new things. 30 years old, learning new things. Who would have thought? Getting the line weights in here. Like, looking at the image now that it's done, I'm 100% not wanting this to be the final style for what this character is going to be. Because, holy shit, this was a lot of work. I mean, I could see using it maybe during, like, extreme emotional states, since the Omn does sort of fade between, like, the passive to the curious and then the wrathful. So I could see this as, like, a wrathful scene. Because it's almost like, as the reader, you're looking at it and you're seeing it, but you're not quite sure what's there, because it is that ball of rage just exploding outward. So maybe. The plan for this is to somehow figure out how to scan this, which is gonna be nuts, and then I might actually color it up, but it is gonna try and be part of the final collected works of the lore and character and all that book that I'm gonna hopefully have coming up here. Gotta get them antlers in, do all the little hatching. But I'm loving the new tools that I have. The pens that I eventually picked out, the brushes, just everything. It seems to be really cool. It should prompt me at this point. I really need to do like a product review thing so you guys can see the type of stuff that I'm using. If you haven't noticed, this is fast forwarded. It's like a 4 times. I think it took me an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes to finish this. It was pretty cool. It started as a very loose, very simplistic pencil sketch, which you can barely see since I don't use heavy pencil lines when I'm doing stuff like this. So looking ahead, I got a lot of things I got to start doing. I got to figure out more conventions. I really need to look into like good conventions. Like, it's weird. Even like higher end conventions I've been to so far, even though the traffic's been good, it's been terrible for the artists and the vendors. Just tons of people pouring in who I guess were expecting everything to be like free or something. It's kind of stupid. I gotta look into those. I gotta find a new source of income, because the one that I have now is starting to come to a close, so I really gotta get on that. That's like priority 1 at this point. Past that, I gotta what else was there? There's comms, finances. I gotta figure out just the overall social media aspect of this. It seems really weird. I once heard a couple artists, actually, over time, bring up that, like, inking, like what you're seeing here, it's sort of what the artists like. Other artists, when they see inkers like me and many others, they're just ecstatic to see this type of quality of work. But then when it comes to, like, the average person, they tend to just look it over and go, huh, and just keep walking by, because they don't, I don't know, it's like they don't quite get what they're looking at, which I understand. I mean, it's sort of art in its rawest form. It's just filled with potential, but, like, I don't know, it's still weird for me to keep seeing artists all over who just have no discernible talent, just getting all the sales, all the jobs, all the work. And then here I am toiling away, just making everything that I do, like, become better, become what it is. And, like, I'm just not even looked at. Yeah, there's a bit of envy in there. Just wish I had that, like, connection or that knowledge where I could take this, who would be interested in it. Maybe that should be what I look up to while I'm doing all these small places, applying for all these, like, just holdover jobs. I should probably genuinely, for the first time in years, look into who the hell I should send this shit to. Hopefully get some feedback, or maybe even get some callbacks for actual work, which would be pretty sweet. I'm just rambling though. It's late. I always finish these videos seriously, right now it's 2 a.m. and I am dead tired, but you gotta keep piling through. But I'm thinking, okay, stream formats for what's going to be coming up. I'm going to start doing more fan art on the stream, which means I might limit the amount of days that I stream, because I really seriously want to work on this. And if it takes a lot of effort to set up a stream, so if I'm planning on doing one of these, I don't want to spend like 20 to 30 minutes prepping a stream that no one's gonna watch, when it's just as easy to do like a fan art image of a character from DC or Marvel, or I think tomorrow, since even though it's weird to date things, because I mean you could be watching this video at any point, it's May the 4th today, so the May the 4th be with you, that whole shtick. I didn't do any Star Wars stuff today, so, I mean, no one really cared that much. I'm filling in the blacks here. This is where it really starts to come together. But past that, tomorrow, technically today, is a Revenge of the 5th. At least to a degree. I mean, it's not as established as May the 4th. But I plan today, or rather, I plan on May the 5th for you guys, to focus heavily on trying to get like a really cool Star Wars fan art thing together, because I mean, it's so weird to think about like what I have to do as an artist to get anywhere, because like you just hear the stories of how other artists broke out, how they got noticed. Like there's a guy who for years just did paintings that no one really cared about, and then one year he did a painting of all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but like more like buffed up and ridiculous looking, and that got him famous enough that he directly worked on some movies and his career took off from there. So it's like you never quite know exactly what you have to do, but as long as you're just constantly doing things, it seems like eventually maybe you'll get picked out of the pool of hundreds of thousands of people trying, and your life will actually become established. Even if it's in small scale, I wouldn't mind. Even if people just like sent me pencil work to ink, or just had me create characters for them occasionally, that'd be great. Like I'd love to have the business title of character designer or level designer or something like that. Like, past the story writing, which I'm trying to do for this, past all that, I love world building. I love just designing the visual style and themes of whole worlds, and I think that'd be really great for me to do. But all that stuff's for down the road. It's all like end game, my final goals. For now, it's just a stepping stone, man, to be established. Looking into how I can advertise myself better in social media, which is scary to think about, because I mean, even if I like pay tons of money out of pocket to get like Twitter and Facebook and all that to tell the world who I am and maybe put me in front of the right people, it's still like I could just be paying money to have bots click like buttons, and it just feels like I'm wasting effort and time. I wish I knew, though. I wish there was like a manual. It was like, oh, these are the trigger words, these are what you use, and suddenly the right people will know you. Like, not even the right, like, business people, just people. The people who would love to be seeing what I'm doing right now. Like, the on average 9 views I get on YouTube, like, there's gotta be hundreds, like, at least hundreds of people, maybe even thousands of people who would be interested in watching someone hand ink something. I don't know how to reach them, and that's the biggest part that kind of gets to me, is not that they're not watching it, but that I feel like I'm failing them by not getting this to them. You know, it's like, it's kind of crappy. Get that hand done. I have to say, I'm really rambling now. I should probably, yeah, I'm gonna let this one finish out. You guys can just kind of hang out. You can fast forward, check some stuff out. But it is time to go to sleep. It is definitely time to go to sleep. So yeah, I'm gonna bow out. You'll hear me at the end do the whole like, hey, click the subscribe thing. But other than that, thanks for watching to at least this point. Hopefully the rest of the stuff coming up, because you're about to start seeing me do like the little whiteout tricks I'm starting to pick up. Hopefully that's all to a degree informative. I'm thinking next video is most likely going to be the Revenge of the Fifth video, but sometime this month I really want to get you guys an overview of at least one of the types of tools that I use. I imagine those videos will be really quick. I mean, come on. It's like, this is a brush. It is awesome. These are the companies that make it. This is the company that I picked, and this is how it's used. I mean, it's fine, I guess, but it'll probably be like little short, maybe like 5 to 10 minute videos. Thinking 5 probably cap. Yeah, 5. Hopefully they'll be informative. Oh, before I look at something and decide to talk to you about random shit around my room, I'm gonna go record the please subscribe thing and then pass out. Enjoy the inking. Back real quick for the closeout. So yeah, subscribe button is going to appear up top. Little ink splatter animation I got going for it. It's coming up pretty soon. There we go. Yes. Yeah, click that if you think this is cool and you want to see more, because I will be posting more. You can always check me out on Twitch as well. I try to stream often. Follow my Twitter. All that is links, both at the beginning of the video, and I even have a ton of them below in the description. But thanks for hanging out. Thanks for checking out the inks. As always, leave comments and such below. Talk about the work, ask me questions, and stay tuned for more.